In this section, I'm going to create a rewrite article. Click on the plus sign and we can start, as you can see. Now the import article allows us to take articles from a file upload if we have one on our system. We have an inbuilt PLR database with about 100,000 articles, and you can also access articles from within Article Builder. What I'm going to do is actually use a source of material that I've already found, and in fact this is it, which is quite an interesting comment on money and time, and I think this would be a great topic to blog about. Now I'm actually going to use what they call distilled page, which is reader view, and it just gives me the information without any adverts and so on, without any distractions. Your browser may call it a reader view, and if it's not available you can just copy and paste directly from the web page itself, of course. Now what I'm going to do is copy this information and then paste it into the box here. Now I want to rewrite this entirely. I want the entire thing to be rewritten in my own words. I'm going to go through it and create my own version. If I wanted to keep some of the sentences that were in here already, I can actually check this box, and as you can see that will populate the rewrite with the original sentences as well as mine. I don't want that in this particular example, so I'm leaving it unchecked and I'm just going to click on Rewrite Article. So now each of the sentences is appearing in front of me nice and simply, so I can concentrate on one at a time. All I have to do is type in my alternative here, and then I will build up the article in a very simple way by taking each individual idea from the sentence and rewriting it in my own words. Let me give you an example for the first sentence. Here we go. Although it sounds amazing, it's now claimed that spending, can't spell, look at that, spending your money can increase your happiness. Read on to find out how and why. At this point what I'm going to do is pause and do the same thing for the other sentences. So what I've done now is I've rewritten each of these sentences, and I can now preview my article. And this is my rewritten article, remember, and it's on autosave, so I won't lose this if I stop part way through. I've got a couple of options now. In a different section of the video I showed you how to add your Copyscape details. You don't have to put in Copyscape details if you don't have them, or if you don't want to use the Copyscape facility. If you have Copyscape, you can check whether your rewrite is actually a unique version. I'm going to do that now and see whether my rewrite is 100% unique. So I'll just click on the Copyscape check here, and it will take a couple of seconds to connect, and it tells me I've passed. That's great. My article is now unique. I have a brand new article. So what I can do is save it. So that's done. And I can download the articles. If I click on here, I will download a version, and here you can see I can download the text document, which I can use then in any way I choose. I can keep it as a safety copy, or what I can do if I prefer is use it to create web pages and so on. You can do anything you want with this as a normal text document, including selling it to your clients. This button allows us to do a basic check of the grammar of the article, but bear in mind that grammar rules do vary between the UK and the US and Canada and Australia and so on. The rules local to where you are may be slightly different to the rules for this particular check grammar facility. Now that's telling me that I've got some grammar issues, and what it's doing is highlighting them for me. So we've got like the speech marks and so on, which it doesn't like at all. That is certainly a mistake. It seemed less fewer, so I should have put just fewer, but I've left a word in there, so it's called a mistake, which is great. So yeah, we've got. Let me just redo that. This is considered to be a mistake. It isn't in my case. That may be a spelling mistake, but it isn't. That's fine in the way I've used it. And it doesn't like the hyphens, which I'm happy with those. That's fine. So I'm just going to change the less fewer. There we go. And I'll preview the article again. And because I've made a change, what I would do is I would actually download it again and just make sure that I'm calling it the same name. There we go. So I've downloaded the article and it's saved. So now when I go back to my projects, in my tutorial demo, when I look on here, I can see the articles that I have. So now you can see that we have a number of icons on the left here. We have the delete article. We can edit the article again if we choose to. We have the spin and download, and we have the download. I'm going to show you how we can post directly to our blog just by clicking on this icon here. So we can choose as many of the blogs that we've set up to post to as we wish. I only have a single blog for demo purposes, so that's the one I'm choosing. What it's done now is find the categories that are available on my blog. So I'm going to choose uncategorized, and I want it to be published immediately. But if I prefer it to be posted as a draft that I can then do something with later, before it goes live, I have that option as well. In most cases, you'll probably publish immediately. The article that we're going to put is from our list of articles. We can choose the project that we're looking at, because if you have multiple projects, remember, it may be for different niches and so on. I only have a single article, so of course that's what it's showing me. But if I had multiple entries, I could choose the one I want. So I click on the plus sign, that's imported, ready to be posted. And now if I post the article, it will take a couple of seconds and it's done, as you can see. And if we go back to my blog and refresh, we should see that article is now posted, and that's my latest article. And you can see here that we have the article posted for us.